Now today, I am a little bit annoyed. Let me tell you why. So a couple of videos ago, I showed that I was having a really tough time on my run. It was a half marathon training run that I had a hard time getting through because of me having a cold, just not having the energy to get to the end. Now I got a lot of really nice comments on that. A lot of people thanking me for keeping it honest and sharing that I'm not just running through everything fast and can do everything better than anyone else, because I can't. I have to train, have to work at it. So yeah, I'm gonna have good days, I'm gonna have bad days. So I wanted to give you an update on how things are going and how they went after that run. Now I waited 4 to 5 days before I went on my next run, just because I wanted to get my energy back, get rid of the cold, and just feel ready to go running again. And that's when I made the video for the GoPro Hero 7. Now, I was ready. I felt a lot better. I was energized, and the whole run I was confident that I would do another half marathon run, but actually finish it and feel happy about it. Until this happened. Okay, last year, or beginning of this year, I had some issues with my ankle, with my knees, especially last year with my knees. I've taped them in, I've worn braces. Every time that I've had something, it was not while I was running. While I was running, I felt fine, but afterwards, it would hurt a lot. Now, my knee is hurting while I'm running. So this is a pain in the ass, because now I don't feel like I can actually finish this run. When I'm walking, I can feel it, but it's okay. But when I'm running, it starts hurting. Now, we have to get rid of this, because I'm not liking this one bit. I can deal with the pain afterwards, but at least I was able to run. I'm not able to run. I don't like this. Now what happened with my knee was I was at work. Somebody was in the way, I was trying to walk by, and I twisted my knee. It only hurt for like a couple of minutes. I was fine afterwards. I didn't even notice it anymore until that day when I went on my run. All of a sudden it started acting up, and it was just hurting so much. I finished my run, but afterwards I had a hard time walking. I waited 5 to 6 days before I went on my next run, because I need to keep training. I need to keep getting out there, and it felt a lot better. So I figured I'd go for my run, and I scheduled a 23K run. I finished that run, but 14K into the run, I could feel my knee again. I kept running, trying to not do too much walking. I finished the 23K, but after that, I could hardly even move anymore. I was limping all day. I had a really tough time with my knee for a couple of days after that. I've rested. I've tried to really take it easy. I try to really watch it when I'm walking around, to not make sudden movements. But I'm annoyed. I'm very annoyed, because I've been working towards this marathon for a long time now. I've been looking forward to it, and I have 2 weeks to go. I'm not ready for that marathon now. I'm hoping to do the distance now. I have a brace on my knee, but I'm 4K into my run, and I can already feel my knee. Now, like I said, it doesn't bother me as much if the pain comes afterwards, but if it's during my run that I can feel that it's bothering me already, then that worries me. And the distances that I'm running now are not even half of what I'm gonna have to be doing. So yeah, I am starting to get worried now. And by the way, if you're thinking all of a sudden things look a little different from the other videos, it's because fall has shown up. The day that I had that tough run, it was about 23 degrees. Today, it is 6 degrees. It is so much colder. I'm wearing my winter gear. It looks a lot different. A lot of the leaves are gone. Winter is coming. Now, Athens is going to be my third marathon this year or ever. Now, the first one in January was at Disney World. The longest distance I trained for was 25K. I wanted to condition my muscles, my legs. I did a lot of long runs, but only up to 25K. Now, during the marathon, I kind of ran out of energy after 30K because I wasn't prepared for that. Now I take my gels. I'm more comfortable drinking and eating during a race, so I got that covered. For my second marathon in Rome, I had an injury on my foot coming up to it, so I wasn't able to train all that much. So I went into that not as prepared as I wanted to be, and it was a very tough race. It was exhausting. Now the third one, I was planning on being well prepared, running longer distances. I was going to run 30K this week, and I can't. And that is what annoys me, that I'm going into another marathon not as prepared as I wanted to be. Plus that I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to be in pain during the marathon now. And I can deal with the exhaustion and running slower, because I'm not running this to run a personal best. I just want to enjoy it. I want to film everything and just enjoy running the Marathon of Athens. And that's going to be tough if I'm in pain. So I'm going to have to see how this run goes, how my knee feels afterwards, to see if I need to take more rest or if I'm going to be able to run a little bit more with the brace on. Right now it feels okay. I'm just gonna have to see how I feel afterwards, I guess. But that's why I'm annoyed. Now, on a different note, my friend Phil from the UK, who you might remember from my other videos, he ran the half marathon in Disneyland Paris with me last year. He came to support me this year, and I mentioned him in the La Chouffe trail run that I did, because he invited me to go on a night trail run in Scotland with him. That run was last weekend. I didn't go. I didn't sign up, but he did. Phil ran, and it was a very tough race. It's very cold there as well now. It was -2 when they started. It was snowing. It's a very cold, muddy race. A trail run in the middle of the night, which is very tough. And Phil ran the 15 miles in under 3 hours. So nice job, Phil. Way to go. not only that, he also represented in a RunArnoRun t-shirt. So nice one, Phil. Good job. I think I've come to the point now where I need to cut my run short. I'm at 12K. It's about 2K from here to get home. I was hoping to do another 23, maybe step it up, do 25K today if the knee brace helped enough to keep me going. But my knee is just so painful right now. The outside of my knee is just like pressing, and I feel like if I keep going I might damage something that will keep me from running later on. So I think the smart thing to do is to just go home and rest my knee. I am not happy about this. Okay, so I ended up walking most of the way home. I just couldn't run anymore. It was too painful, and I did a lot of thinking of how to continue with my training now. I have about 2 weeks left, and what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna run at all anymore before the marathon. I'm gonna take a couple of days, not do anything, just rest my knee so that most of that pain goes away. After that, I'll start with some exercises, some light workouts, cross training, bike riding, nothing to strain my knee. This is not how I wanted to prepare for the marathon. I was hoping to actually do a 30K run this time. It's just not gonna happen. I ran 23K last week. If it wasn't for my knee, I probably could have or would have done 25. But yeah, I know other than my knee, I can run this marathon. I'm ready to run the marathon. But I'm just not as prepared as I would have liked. And if my knee doesn't heal, that might be a problem during the marathon. I might end up having to walk part of it. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens, and hopefully I'll fill up to it, and at least I'll be able to run the whole thing. I don't know what to say. Time is gonna have to tell. Make sure you don't miss out on that video. So subscribe to the channel, because I am going to Athens and I will run that marathon. How I'm gonna end up during it, how I'm gonna finish it, I don't know. But stick around and make sure you find out. Until next time, get out there and run.